I did want to talk about the British Prime Minister as well.
Sunak.
Because the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, he went and met Morari Bapu. It was quite. I don't know what you make out of those visuals. He folded his hands. It was like a good, Indian boy who's been taken on a run to see off his next bride. मुंह दिखाई के लिए जिस तरीके से लेके जाया जाता है. It was almost like that. He was a little shy, but he was very cordial. He was very respectful. He carried himself with a real kind of dignity, and also took out time to joke about it a little bit as well. And the Morari Bapu as well, felicitated him with a shawl, gave him a little idol of the shivling.
Rishi Sunak comes in the history of UK at a time when when UK
India's
is
power
technically
on the global stage is
it's
also
on the
rising.
global stage is also rising, but he comes at a time to power in the United Kingdom, especially at a time when the history of those who held the prime ministership in the UK has not been of various backgrounds. The last time, I think, fair share of history that I know, it was Disraeli who had become the prime minister of the United Kingdom, and he was from a Jewish background. Then itself it was a huge thing, but then with Rishi Sunak coming in, it just talks about how much the empire has changed, which is now confined to the Isles of the United
You know what? Let's listen into what the British Prime Minister had to say.
Bapu, with your blessings, I aspire to lead in accordance with how our scriptures have taught leaders to lead. And thank you, Bapu, for everything that you do. Your teachings of truth, love, and compassion are more relevant now than they have ever been. I am in awe of your stamina and devotion. You have just returned from conducting a katha just last week in India, covering 12,000 kilometers across the subcontinent and stopping at all 12 main shivlings of India. And I thought I traveled a lot. Now, I have been overwhelmed by the love and the support of the British people, and particularly from all of you.
Well, so he says, and I thought I traveled. I mean, you've traveled 12,000 kilometers, covered all the shivlings across the country, and you're yet again here for another Ramkatha. You have the right kind of stamina. I'm in awe of your stamina.
Well, that is one part of it, and also he went on to say that his Hindu faith guides him as well. So Rishi Sunak actually being very proud of its heritage as well when he displays it in front of the British public. I mean, I was taken up with that particular aspect of Rishi Sunak actually being quite modern, at the same time very connected with his roots, which is actually very interesting, because we have this great myth saying that once you go abroad, you tend to lose your connection with your roots and you tend to adopt the culture of that country. But here is the perfect mix.
Absolutely. I don't know if I should be using the word perfect over there, but it is certainly the right kind of mix. Modernity and
Kabir with his play of words.
Sticking to your roots. And of course, outreaching to the Hindu community outside, not just in the United Kingdom, but elsewhere, and definitely back at home here in India.